Imagine a person standing right in front of you who lied to you regarding anything, and you, in response, instead of making him hear about your points, start to shout. Just think about the pictures of you that has been perceived. And on the other hand, the other person does the same. He shouts. So now, the question arises, was it you who thought that the other person is not understanding your point and to overcome the pressure started to shout? Or was it the other person who raised his voice because he thought that you are not understanding his voice? Honorable Principal, esteemed judges, dear respected DSS, and my dear cadet fellows, good morning and Assalamu Alaikum. We gathered here to talk about a simple yet profound concept. This is me, Lady Cadet Maham, and I am honored to be standing here as a representative of Thana Liability House. Today I am here to talk about a simple yet profound concept. Don't be loud, lift your logic. In our age of information overload and instant communication, it's all too easy to confuse volume with wisdom and shouting with persuasion. A lot of you might also have seen that social media platforms and news channels often reward the most loudest voices with the most attention. But is this truly the path to meaningful progress? Dear cadets, let us consider for a moment the power of lifting our logic above the clamor of the crowd. This does not only benefit us as an individual, but it can also help us to lead towards a racial and more harmless society. So, what can we do to practice the act of lifting our logic? Dear cadets, firstly, we must be willing to listen. And remember, listening is not just hearing words of others. I repeat, listening is not just hearing words of others. Instead, it's understanding the perspective of the person standing right in front of you. By actively listening, we can give the other person the feeling of being heard instead of suppressing their voices under our louder voices. So, secondly, we should prioritize evidence-based reasoning. It is crucial to rely on verified sources to build up our opinions. And remember, anecdotal evidences and emotional appeals should not replace sound logic. Dear cadets, now, the point is that we must be open to change our mind when presented with different view ideas. We must be willing to consider different viewpoints when they are presented with a contrary and compelling view. And remember, this is now not the sign of your weakness, but your strength. I repeat, this is not the sign of your weakness, but your strength. As the ancient Sufi Jalaluddin Rumi said, and I quote, "Raise your words, not your voice, for it is rain that grows flowers, not thunder." Dear cadets, this absolute phrase, "Don't be loud, lift your logic," makes us realize that the volume and the tone of our voice should not determine the validity of our argument. Instead, we should dive into the depth of thoughts, intellectual integrity, and respectful arguments. By doing so, we can contribute to a world where reason triumphs over noise and where intellectual integrity leads to more brighter and informed tomorrows. So, spend your blood and sweat to be extraordinarily logical instead of being an emotional fool. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.